and welcome to a special interview with the contestants of the National Carnival Swimsuit Pageant. We're here at the Warner Park Cricket Stadium where I'll be interviewing the 6 lovely contestants vying for the crown. We're going to begin with contestant number 1, Miss Kersha Martin. Hello, Kersha.
Hi, Jason. How are you?
I'm fabulous. And you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Alrighty. Now, let's speak a bit about your bio. I read through your bio, and I realized one thing in it is that you are a firm believer in the adage, "It takes a village to raise a child." You know, what exactly does this expression mean to you?
Well, what it means for me is that I see the village as an extended family where the neighbors and elders help to mold and build the children in our villages, guiding them in the right direction. It's a joint effort between not only the immediate family of that child or children, but the whole community in its entirety, helping everybody.
Do you find that mentality exists today?
Unfortunately, no. And it's sad because I grew up in Atlas Village. It's a very small village. However, it was a tight-knit village. We all got along. We all used to say, "Hi, auntie this, hi, Gotti that," you know? So I feel that that is missing from today's society.
Okay. Now, let's switch over to the pageant itself. Now, this is the National Carnival Swimsuit Pageant, and it's going to be requiring various categories of swimwear.
Yes.
How have you been preparing for that?
Well, preparations have been very tough. I would not lie. The pageantry, it's more than what you think it is. You know, it's beyond the glitz and the glam, the shoes and the makeup. You just think, okay, you throw on some heels and you just go out there and that's it. It's more than that. It's not only taxing physically, but mentally as well. And I'm also a mom as well, so proper time management is essential for me right about now.
Now, you see, it's interesting that you mentioned that being a young mother. I mean,
Yes.
do you feel an added pressure being a mother, you know, entering a competition where you're going to be competing against women who aren't mothers?
Honestly, no, I don't feel an added pressure, but what I feel though is rather I'm a bit more happy because I think that this pageant eliminates the stigma that is attached to women that have children that says that's all over for you in pageantry. And in the case of this pageant, it's totally not true.
Okay. Now, I understand that you've had some modeling experience as well. Do you think
Yes.
that's going to help you in this show?
I hope it's going to help me. I'm hoping, you know, it has to help me. I've been modeling for a little over 10 years with the Movado Modeling Agency. Owner of that would be Mr. Jason Amory, yes.
Okay, great. So, is there anything specific you're going to be looking forward to on the night of the show?
Honestly, this would be one where I look forward to all of the segments. All of the segments. Trust me, you're in for a real treat.
All right, then. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Any final words for your audience?
Oh, sure. I would like to say most heartiest thank you to my sponsors, Mitchum and Benjamin Barristers at Law. Thank you for your continued support. I assure you, I will represent you well.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.
Contestant number 2, Miss Jacinta Teixeira. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. Now, can you tell us who is your sponsor?
I am sponsored by the Caribbean St. Kitts and Nevis. I am proud to be representing them in the National Carnival Swimwear Pageant.
Great. Now, I was reading your bio earlier, and I understand that you spend quite a lot of your time with the First Touch Football Club. Tell me about that club, and why do you spend so much time with them?
I give my time and efforts to the First Touch Football Club. It's a grassroots football club for children between the ages of 3 through 8, and we conduct our sessions at St. Peter's on the football field. The reason why I do it is because I always wanted to get into sports and I love children. So I thought, why not lend my time and efforts to such an event, such a platform. And I've been loving it so far. I love the children. I love to see them grow. I just feel a part of their life in a major way.
Do you yourself play football?
Yes, I sometimes do.
Okay.
Not professionally though. Let me just get that out there, not professionally, but I do it to keep myself fit.
Okay. Okay, great. Now, let's talk a bit about the pageant itself. Is this your first pageant?
No, my first pageant was the Black Sand swimsuit pageant, which I did in February of this year, and I was able to capture the first place position, and it was quite an interesting experience. There was so much about it that I had to gauge myself, time management, get into the gym, put more efforts on the field. So it was quite an experience.
Okay, great. How have you been preparing for this pageant? Or is it pretty much the same for the Black Sand?
It's pretty much the same. However, this one is so much more intense. There's so much things that I have to adjust in terms of separating the joys of going to Juve and wanting to go to Kulafet to really focus my time to practice and get everything to a standard that is queen material.
Okay, great. So now, the night of the show, there are several categories, focusing on various types of swimwear. Are you looking forward to anything in particular, anything specific?
Yes, I'm looking forward to the National Pride. I would be the national bird, that I'm representing that National Pride, and I love wings, so it'll be a little bit of the Victoria's Secret on stage. I hope to bring a little flair to that, so look forward to that piece.
Oh, great, and we do look forward to seeing you in that and all of the other segments on the night of the show. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.
Contestant number 3, Miss Delicia Wilkes. Hello and welcome, Delicia.
Hi, thank you.
So could you tell us who is your sponsor?
I am proudly sponsored by Quartz, also known as Unicomo.
Okay, very good. Now, I was doing some reading in your bio, and according to your bio, it says that you would like to raise awareness about mental health. Why would you want to raise more awareness about mental health?
Well, you see, in the Caribbean, there is a certain taboo when we think about mental health. We go straight to thinking, okay, this person is crazy when you hear about mental health. But mental health is inclusive of a lot of things. Mental health has to do with how you feel when you wake up in the morning. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you excited to go to work? Are you excited to go through your day? So mental health is something that we all need to take a deeper look at, and we all need to do more work in regards to educating ourselves and the people around us so that we can have more successful and happier lives.
So do you feel that it is a topic that's not discussed enough?
I do think so. We should be talking about it more. I know that we have the Mental Health Day, and I realize in St. Kitts particularly, we don't really promote it, and I think that we should do that because we do have people here who really can benefit from understanding how they are, understanding yourself so that you can have a better life.
Okay. Now let's talk about the pageant itself. Is this your first pageant?
Well, I did White Sands the first year it came out, but essentially this would be my first pageant.
So what kind of differences have you noticed between the White Sands and the National Carnival Swimwear pageant?
The difference really would just be publicity, because then White Sands, it wasn't really something that a lot of people had known about. But this is a national carnival pageant, so there are a lot more eyes on you, and there's a lot more preparation that goes into going into a national pageant.
And speaking of preparation, how has your preparation been going?
My preparations, honestly, they have been not difficult, but it has been a lot. But a lot in the sense that it is really helping me personally, and preparing for the show, it's just fingers crossed, It's going great.
Okay then. The swimwear pageant, the format is usually consists of different types of swimwear. Now, is there any specific or particular part of the show that you're looking forward to?
Yes, I am looking forward to the biodegradable segment. You have to find material that degrades within a year. So when, you think, what can I possibly use to make a biodegradable swimsuit? You know, and I think a lot of people would be wowed. So I am excited for that. For myself and for the other contestants, I am really, really looking forward to seeing what they come up with.
Now, speaking about the other contestants, how has the camaraderie been between you and the other young ladies?
It has been, I wouldn't say surprising, but it has been refreshing, you know, for a group of young ladies to come together and it just be laughter and fun. And every time after Val's session on Saturdays, we go down to Nigel's Snack It and we eat goat water and cook up. And one of the contestants actually introduced me to goat water and cook up. You put goat water on the cook up like gravy and then you eat it. I know. That was my expression the first time she said it. I was like, oh, you put goat water on cook up? Like, that don't even make sense. But then when I ate it, it was like, oh my gosh. It was, yeah. So I'm really enjoying knowing the ladies. I know a few of them. I went to school with Brianda and Jacinthia. And then the other ladies are really nice people, so.
Well, we'll be looking to seeing all 6 of you on stage, and it is a competition, so you're going to be competing against each other on the stage. We look forward to seeing you and the other 5 young ladies. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you, same here.
Contestant number 4, Miss Brianda Harvey. Hello and welcome.
Hey, Jason. Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. Now, according to your bio, well, you were quite busy as a young person. You were an athlete, student council president, debater. You were very busy. How did you manage to balance all of those activities?
Honestly, I just created a schedule and tried my best to stick to it. You know, always get up early in the morning and check my schedule to see what I have, make notes of upcoming events, and then even those spur of the moment events, I would try my best to fit them in between spaces that I have available so that everything could continuously flow in my life.
Okay. What's your goal in life, your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is to become an international certified lawyer and to go into the political field.
Oh, okay. You said you're going into the political field. Is that the specific type of law you want to focus on?
No, I want to focus on women abuse laws and child protection laws.
Why those specifically?
Because women empowerment is something that is very dear to my heart. I feel like it's a goal that could be achieved, not just in St. Kitts, but internationally. I feel like women could be more secured and more protected, not just by the laws, but by our daily individuals. And I also feel the same way for children. I feel like children are not just our future, but they're also the stepping stone into making generations better. So we are supposed to protect them, we are supposed to raise them properly, and we have to do our best to make sure that we instill in them everything that is necessary for our world to get better.
Now let's switch over to the pageant itself. Is this your first pageant?
No, it's not. It's actually, I think, my 5th or 6th pageant.
Wait, did you say 5th or 6th pageant?
Yes.
So you're a veteran then?
Well, if that's what you want to call me.
Wow. So basically, well, okay, with all of that experience under your belt, are you in any form nervous about entering this show?
I'm always nervous because it's a competition at the end of the day, and even though there are the benefits like creating a sisterhood and the experience, you know, at the end of the day we look at the fact that it's a competition. You have to prepare yourself mentally, you have to prepare yourself physically, and then there are different aspects that you have to undertake to prep yourself, your routines, your outfits, you know, having fittings and rehearsals. So all of the whole experience, doing it over and over again, it's always different. I told myself that this would possibly be my second to last show. My last show was Miss St. Kitts, and then I gave birth to my daughter. That was supposed to be my last show. But I think this experience is the best that I've had so far.
Okay, you're not the only young mother entering this show, and I'm going to ask you the same question I asked them. How do you balance, you know, family life and taking care of your child with getting ready for the show, since it's usually that demanding?
My daughter is priority above everything. That's just matter of fact. There is nothing. So even if I have practice or rehearsals, and like for example, she was teething and she became sick with a cold, and I had practice, I had an event, and I just stayed home to nurse her back to health, because I feel like as a mother, it's not going to get any better. Even if I achieve all my goals, even if I am successful, it's not going to get any better than me experiencing motherhood and knowing that I did my best into assisting my daughter to become the best woman that she could possibly be when she grew up. So she is priority no matter what. She comes first. I always make sure I have time for her to take her to school, to pick her up, to do her ABCs, to play peekaboo, all of those different stuff, because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a mother first and then I'm everything else after.
How old is she, may I ask?
My daughter is 1 year and 8 months.
Okay, oh, so she's quite the handful then, I would guess.
Yes, she's at that grabbing stage.
All right, then. Final question, is there anything specific that you're looking forward to on the night of the show?
I'm looking forward to basically the whole show because, I mean, as I said, this is my best experience because it's 6 beautiful girls and we're all competitive and we're all just down to earth, and I feel like it's the most competitive show that I've ever been in. So I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone brings. I'm looking forward to see like what I can bring out of myself, and I'm just looking forward to the whole night, so that at the end of the night, we can all hold hands and may the best girl win.
And we can't wait to see you and what you're bringing to the stage. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you for having me.
Contestant number 5 in the National Carnival swimsuit pageant, Miss Shanika Henry. Hello and welcome.
Hello, welcome back, Jason.
Okay, great to have you. So let us start off with you telling us, who is your sponsor?
I'm proudly sponsored by The Cable.
All right, the cable's sponsoring quite a few contestants this year in the pageant.
3 shows, Miss Swimsuit, Miss Queen, and the GQ show.
All righty then. Now, I was reading through your bio, and it says here in CFBC, the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, you were initially headed towards the agriculture field, but then you switched to hospitality, and as a working adult, you've stayed in that field. Why have you decided, to stay in the hospitality sector? What has attracted you to it?
During my college years, I've had a part-time job in hospitality, and I've grown a passion and a love for it. So I was able to meet new persons, learn different things, how to make drinks, how to serve food, and then that just it hold on to me forever. So it's something that I see myself doing for quite a while, and something I just love doing. I like to meet different persons and tell them about our culture and different things, have them want to come back, so we can be actually one of the best here in St. Kitts in tourism.
Okay. Would you recommend this field to someone who's looking to gain employment?
Yes, I actually did. And I've had persons that I recommended and they did fall in love with it as well.
Okay. Now let's talk about the pageant itself. Is this your first pageant?
No, this is actually my second pageant. My first pageant was the Black Sand Show in 2016. I didn't place, however, but I have gained experience and motivation.
Okay. So, and you're going to be using that experience in this show?
In this show, yes, I definitely will.
Oh, okay. How have your preparations been going so far?
Preparation has been, I can't say it's good, it's quite challenging because there's times I have to dedicate my time to different things, and I will be tired, of course, during work, my daughter, and practicing. But it is a learning experience, and it is a great experience as well.
Okay. Also, you're a mother in this competition as well. How do you manage to balance the family life and getting ready for the show?
With the mother that I have, I'm able to do anything. She's the most beautiful person ever. She helps me with my daughter, but I still manage my time quite good, I should say, because the times that I have to work and then I have to spend a little time with my daughter along with practicing is quite, I would say, inconvenient, but I still do it.
Okay. The night of the show, there are quite a few segments, all focused on different types of swimwear. Is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to?
I am looking forward to the glitz and glam segment. That is something new and it's something sexy, I think, too. So I'm looking forward to that segment really a lot, and just to push through the whole night of the show, including the interview, because that's the most important thing. So I am looking forward towards everything but the glitz and glam most.
Now, I know the interview segment is not usually part of a swimsuit pageant. It was recently added some years ago. How are you approaching it? Are you nervous about the interview segment? How are you getting? What do you think of it?
I am nervous about the interview, but however, in Blackstone, I had an interview segment as well. So I am not surprised about it. I just have to make sure that I am prepared for it.
Okay, good. Well, we'll be looking forward to you and your performance in the interview and all the other segments on the night of this show. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.
And finally, we have with us today contestant number 6 in the National Carnival swimsuit pageant, Miss Saskia Evans. Hello and welcome, Saskia. Can you tell us who is your sponsor?
I am sponsored by the St. Kitts Nevis Development Bank.
Alrighty then. Now, I was reading through your bio and it says that you are a dance instructor at Poise SKN and working with the youth. Tell me about that experience and what do you get out of working with the youth?
Okay, so I began dancing at Poise SKN Dance Institute at about in 2016. That's when the company began. And it has been a wonderful experience for me thus far. For dancing, it helps me to express myself, to be comfortable in finding other ways of portraying my emotions and just doing what I love. When being a dance instructor, I advocate to children between the ages of 6 to 9, where I portray some of my love of dancing through those children.
Okay. How did you get involved in dance in the first place?
I began dancing in church actually at a young age, and then while attending high school, that was the Charles Emil Secondary School, I said, you know what, why not give it a try? Because I never really knew that I had so many skills inside of me when it comes to dancing. So I said, why not give it a try? And I joined our school's dance team, and later then I joined the company ensemble in college, and then I later joined Poise SKN to further develop my skills, and it's just something that I've enjoyed doing since then.
Okay, great. Now let's talk about the pageant. How did you end up, what led you to entering the National Carnival swimsuit pageant?
Encouragement, first of all. I entered White Sands last year. That was my first swimwear pageant, actually. I was scared at first to enter. I wasn't so sure about it, but then other persons, my family, my friends, teachers, everyone, they encouraged me to enter. And then earlier this year, I was also encouraged to enter this pageant, which is the National Carnival swimwear pageant. And I found that it would be a great experience for me as building my confidence, self-esteem, getting more exposure and growth overall.
And how have your preparations been going for the show?
Oh, they have been tough, really tough, more than I expected, but I'm getting there, and you'll see a show on the night.
Anything in particular you're looking forward to on the night of the show?
Not necessarily, just the modeling really, and for me to do well in the interview, as it is one of my major weaknesses, but I'll be fine.
Really? How have you been practicing to sharpen your skills for the interview segment?
Speaking to myself, as in, trying to find my motivation, my self-motivation, getting experience outdoor, as in, I'm a retail banking associate at Royal Bank, so interacting with customers has also helped me to be more vocal and kind of, just allowing me to express myself more. And with this pageant, I've used those experiences and opportunities to help me in getting better in my interview skills, public speaking.
Okay, great. Well, we'll be looking forward to seeing you in the interview segment and all the other segments on the night of the show. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
And thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. And there you have it, all 6 lovely contestants in the National Carnival swimwear competition. It takes place on December 27 at Warner Park at the National Cricket Stadium, beginning at 7 p.m. So we hope to see everyone there. I'm Jason Davis for ZIZ TV.